Today, we're going to try to make masa for tortilla. Here, we use two kinds of corn. We have the cónico and the bolita. The cónico, this one comes from Oaxaca. And the bolita, this one comes from Michoacán. They're heirloom, non-GMO. We like to mix these two corns because the texture of the masa becomes mealy. It adds great flavor. And that's the standard masa that we use for the tortillas here at the restaurant. You can get this corn, a similar corn, from the Mexican supermarkets. They have it bags of 25, 30 pounds, and you can buy it by the pound. You can always keep this in the freezer, or you can keep it on a dry storage with an airtight container. It will last you about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's good to have it on your pantry. Whenever you have a taco party, you can add some of the masa, and you can be proud of making that for you. Okay, so we're gonna add about 4 ounces of corn. Mix 2 of the cónico, 2 of the bolita. If you don't find this on the supermarket, you can use one kind. There you will be shocked that you will see blue corn, red corn, yellow corn, white corn. So you can create your own masa. Even for holidays, there's one corn that you can mix with cactus flour, and the masa is gonna come green. You add enough water to cover. And half a teaspoon of lye. You can use this lye. It's gonna help you to break the husk all around the corn. It's gonna cook faster. Then you bring it to a boil for 45 minutes. Then you turn the fire off and you let it sit for about 6 hours. I know it's a long process, but it's worth it. While you're cooking that, you're gonna start cooking the outside of the corn, little by little. And then in the middle, you're gonna have like a thin stripe. That's when it shows that it's ready. The reason you let it soak for 6 hours, so you can add all the flavor back into the grain. It's like when you're braising meat, you turn the fire off and all the flavor goes back into the meat. We cooked the corn for 45 minutes. Now we let it rest for, this is the 5th hour. We're gonna check, it's kind of tricky. Sometimes it takes 5 hours, sometimes 6 hours, it depends. That's why we're gonna try. We're gonna take the corn. Just take a bite. The same way you do with pasta, to find if it's al dente. That's the first thing you're gonna notice, that it's al dente and that it's white in the middle. That shows that the corn is ready. So next, we're gonna strain the corn. Just save some liquid, just in case you need it. And start little by little. I like to use a molcajete. If you're doing it at home, if you have a molcajete, use this one. You don't need to buy a hand grinder. It's gonna save you some time. So you start mashing all the corn. You can start checking all the white pieces of the corn. That's the color and the texture that you're looking for. It's gonna take you about 10 minutes. So be patient. And it's a workout. We're trying to mix all of that grain together and get a nice texture for the masa. The texture should be like Play-Doh. And when it's coarse, you can use it for tamales. When it's super fine, you can use it for tortillas. So you can use for both items. So right now, it looks a little bit coarse. You can still see some corn. But just keep mashing this, and then in about 5 minutes, you will have the desired consistency. Now we're almost done with it. Go all the way to the sides, and you will see how the consistency turns. If you believe that it's a little bit dry, just add a teaspoon of the water that you use. Otherwise, just keep it like that. And that's how it turns out. If you want to make sure that you have it right, just play with it. Just pretend that it's Play-Doh. Make some balls. And it's kind of sticky. It's sticky on the side. Stays a little bit on your hand. So that's the right consistency. If you want to do masa at home, first of all, you have to be very patient. It's a long process. It's very easy, but it takes a few steps and time consuming. But in the end, the result is just you're going to be proud of making your own masa. And when you have people at your home eating your tacos, you're going to be so happy and so proud that you're making your own masa and your own tortillas.